graphic nature of this program, listener discretion is advised.
He is a comic book nerd.
In brightest day and darkest night. We can learn a lot from comics.
She is a reality TV junkie.
No idea.
Snooki had her baby. A dollar makes me holla.
Chris likes sci-fi.
They do a brain transplant into this whole new body, but it's you.
Kristen likes celebrity gossip.
Breaking news.
Oh, more breaking news?
Official. Official. Before it was just a rumor. Hey, Stu, our Pats moved back in together.
What do they have in common? Nothing. You're listening to Two Strangers, One Podcast.
Now, here's Chris and Kristen.
Well, hello and welcome to Two Strangers, One Podcast. I'm Chris.
And I'm Kristen.
And we're rock and rolling.
We're back.
I got my Christmas gift from Kristen.
It's perfect.
See, that's when a woman knows what you really, really like.
Dunkin' Donuts
She got me a Dunkin' Donuts gift card. See, it's that special kind of...
Special something.
When somebody says, when someone knows you well enough to send the very best.
Well, we drink enough coffee for this show,
yeah.
So...
Dunkin' Donuts wants to give us an endorsement.
Yeah, Dunkin'. Hit us up. Come on, you got money.
And speaking of endorsements, hopefully soon we will be starting a Kickstarter page.
Yes.
My laptop is literally falling apart.
It's going kaputs.
I mean, right now, as I'm talking to you, I'm readjusting the plug to make sure that...
We're kind of watching it every second.
Yeah, and when the screen goes black, I'm like, what the fuck just happened?
The blue screen of death comes up.
And one of our rewards for donating to the show, backing our project, is I'll either make a produced commercial, or we'll spend an episode interviewing you, or we'll spend an episode or 5 minutes talking about a topic, any topic of your choice. I mean, as long as it's... I mean, I guess bad taste doesn't matter because...
Yeah, bad taste doesn't.
I don't think I've ever, I don't think there's ever been a topic that I'm going to shy away from. So
very true.
Yeah.
We're pretty open-minded on this end.
So we're going to be, because I was looking up laptops, because right now our MacBook is only a 10.5.8, which is Leopard, and basically Chrome doesn't support it anymore, Adobe Flash doesn't support it anymore, Firefox doesn't support it anymore, and even when I use my Safari browser, sometimes it'll crash due to conflicts with the Flash player.
Fuck you, Mac.
So
we're gonna get another Mac.
I'm pretty sure there's other Mac nerds like, oh, why don't you just upgrade to Snow Leopard? You could just go in and upgrade.
I like that it's Leopard, Snow Leopard.
Leopard and Snow Leopard. They named there was Jaguar.
Yeah.
But I think
the King of the Jungles.
And there was someone like, it's Jaguar, like real pretentious assholes. And so, but yeah, we're looking to get a new laptop, and the feature, if everything works out, tell your friends. What I liked about this laptop is it actually has a solid state hard drive. It has 128. Basically, it's like a flash drive. It's like a big giant flash drive inside your computer. No moving parts.
Awesome.
So, the laptop. Now, I do have to admit, this laptop, my current MacBook Pro, has been not dropped, but it's
thrown.
Been hit. It's been thrown. It's
been through the ringer,
and it's from my head. Long story, and and
it's been through the ringer. It's holding up.
And it's lasted pretty long. Luckily, I never had a problem with the hard drive. But now apparently they don't want to support the software.
Yeah,
like the hardware. Actually, no. My DVD, my burner doesn't work on this. I tried to burn DVDs the other day, and just putting files on it, not like movies or anything, and it kept spitting them out. So I think
we're in need.
One thing did
Help
physically. I mean, nowadays with flash drives and everything like that, I've been putting everything on flash drives, but still, I got like 50 stacks of blank DVDs,
Yeah. I want to use these.
These people, yeah, and anybody who has like a computer has like that stack of CDs.
Oh yeah, DVDs we used to at
that they don't have any plans
the old blank
CDs.
It was like, I'm going to burn some stuff.
I'm going to back up everything. And it's going to work so
with it.
Awesome.
The only thing I ever used it for was making like music CDs for my car before iPods came out and all that. So that was like 2-3 CDs used out of that huge stack, and now we're just stuck with the stack.
Yeah, and nowadays, like, you get like a 4 gig thumb drive for like $10.
Mm-hmm.
And like you can tell your friend, look, just give me a freaking thumb drive and I'll put them on for you.
I don't need your box of CDs.
Yeah, I don't have to worry and get it scratched or anything like that. So, it's funny just how technology, because like, I remember walking around with my Sony Walkman. It was my Sony Walkman.
And
the
I
sports
remember.
one.
Oh yeah,
It
and I
was-
remember the Discman.
Oh yeah, the Discman. But my Walkman, it was the yellow one. Everyone.
Oh, yeah, the
there
sports
was a whole
one.
series of
Yeah.
sports ones, but it was a yellow one. It had this little flap, like
Where
you
you put your
closed it,
hand,
and then
right?
another flap closed over it.
Oh, okay.
Like where the buttons.
That's
to
what
play
made
stuff.
it sports.
Yeah, and the buttons were
I
all
remember
like
it was yellow.
rubberized, like. It was all one complete piece of rubber, so like water wouldn't get into it. It even had.
For those water sports.
Well, I guess if you're out running
No,
and
I
stuff
think
like
it was
that,
for-
you're out
yeah,
in the
like
rain.
rain.
If you're when I used to exercise, I used to ride my bike in the rain and
With your
you know,
Walkman?
well,
Was like how long
Just,
ago
I was gonna say, prove us how long it
well, it
was.
was my iPod, but my iPod was in my pocket. But yeah, with the Walkman, when people like, God,
What tape did you
sitting
have in
there?
there?
Let me tell you, I could tell you right now.
I used to do like before CDs, obviously, like
Mixtapes?
Yeah, mixtapes.
Oh yeah, of course.
And it would have like the radio commercial, and then it would cut off. Like, no, I don't want that. It's so stupid.
Of course I made tons of mixtapes, but like out of ones actually purchased in the store, and
Yeah.
it was going to sound weird. Ice Cube's America's Most Wanted. But
There
it's
you
America
go.
spelled KKK. America because Most Wanted.
America Cuz.
And now growing up, I've revisited that album. I've downloaded that
On the tape,
episodes.
or-
No, not on the tape. I wouldn't even know where the tape is.
still
I
have
do
your
have
cassette?
I think somewhere in my basement I may have some
Oh, I'm sure you
actual
got it.
audio cassettes, but I've downloaded the album,
Yeah.
and it's just so funny how like back in the day Ice Cube was so scary,
And now
and
it's
so when it's coming from the mind, it's like, wow, this is like a fucking hoodlum who just walked off the streets, got on the microphone and started recording.
Yeah.
And now he's like
What
doing
was it? I was
fucking
gonna say they did that.
Coors Light commercials and Are We There Yet?
Yeah, I was gonna say that movie. There was
And
like a
and now
family-friendly movie.
It got adapted to a show. There was a Are We There Yet
yeah,
TV
yeah.
show with Terry Crews as the father.
Terry Crews is all over TV. I love him.
Yeah, he's but see, I first got familiar with him through Everybody Loves Chris.
Yeah,
And I
that's it,
loved
yeah.
Everyone Loves Chris because that character is real.
Oh, yeah.
The cheap father who's constantly working.
Working,
Like
like,
the only
never
time he's
sleep.
home is to go to sleep. And it's so weird for a guy who's known for playing all these outrageous
I
fucking
know.
parts. In that show, he was the subdued, very real,
Like
and
scared of his wife. Like,
for
doesn't
a
wanna piss her
comedy
off.
show, he was the straight man. And then, like in everything else, he's
It's just crazy. Yeah.
crazy. He's a nut job.
Did you ever see White Chicks?
Oh yeah, like
Such a ridiculous movie. It's like one of those movies where it was like, I can't believe I'm watching this. But then I was like, well, now I gotta finish it. And he was just hysterical in it. That was one I like really fell in love. I was like, who is this man?
Yeah,
and then
he's
every time I see him, I'm like, oh my god, it's the guy from White Chicks. And then I
like,
started watching like
I feel
Nick at
weird
Night
for
with,
being attracted to the Wayans brothers
Right.
in white makeup.
and they look just like those girls. Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Like the friends can't tell.
Cute.
What a
Wow.
ridiculous concept. It was a great movie. Definitely a winner.
And so yeah, Terry Crews. Now, are you familiar at all with the movie Gamer? It was Gerard Butler, the guy from 300,
Sexy, yeah.
and
Sexy Gerard Butler.
the guy who played Dexter from the Showtime show.
Oh, I know Dexter. Yeah. The guy who plays Dexter.
The guy who plays Dexter, Gerard Butler, and
Gamer. Let me look it up.
the game. It's called Gamer. It's from the same guys who did High Voltage, not High
2009. Because those are
Crank.
two big names.
Crank and Crank 2, High Voltage.
Oh, I don't recall this movie.
Yeah, it's called Gamer, and it's in a future where
Yeah. Says a future mind-controlling game.
where
Death Row Cop.
there are people who, I guess if you're poor, you can submit to be part of this video game. And there's people, you basically take like an implant in the back of your head,
Okay.
and other people will control your body and live your life. So it's almost like you give yourself up to be
Yeah, it says
a video game
death row
character.
convicts are forced to battle in a Doom-type environment.
Oh yeah, well,
So
there's actually
well,
two games. There's one where the guys kill each other, and then there's another one where you can live someone's life.
Oh, and then there's other people controlling.
There's
you.
other people controlling. So of course, in the world where people
Creepy.
control your life, there's this like super hot girl with 34 double Ds. and
Your
the person
typical female walking down the street.
and the person controlling her is like a 400-pound guy.
Right.
Like, in a chair, like dipping his hand in a mayonnaise jar and licking his fingers. So
It sounds like legit, like how it would be if
yeah,
this
like
was real.
when you play World of Warcraft or
There'd be all these busty women,
and
no men.
well, that's the funny thing is.
Shot
Recently, remind me to get back to Terry Crews and Gamer because he was in that movie. I've been playing.
He was? Okay,
this
go on.
game has been around for a while. There's a game called DC Universe Online.
Yeah, you've
DC
been
Universe.
talking about
Being Batman, Superman, Green Lantern, Joker, Lex Luthor, Catwoman, that whole universe. You play these. You make your own superhero.
Yeah.
And then depending if you're good or bad. You either, you work with Lex Luthor, or you work for Superman, and you work on missions.
Yeah.
So, of course, I make a character. It's this, statuesque female. Well, I think, there's no other options. Like, every woman is always, busty with long legs.
Oh, of course.
And
There's
stuff
no
like that.
flat-chested, fat ass.
Yeah, there's no fat female
And
superheroes.
cheetah spandex.
And, yeah. Now, mind you, my character has, big, giant shoulder pads, but wears, a cheerleader skirt. Like, no one's gonna shoot at her ass.
Right.
And so, I'm sorry, I got a little baby over here. Just trying to get on the microphone. So, I play the game with a Bluetooth headset. And it is so funny that, when you're playing a character and you talk to other characters that are in the Bluetooth headset, and you hear this voice.
Right.
There's this beautiful female character, big tits, long legs.
Let's do this.
All right, let's do this. All right, I'll join your raid.
Yeah.
So Terry Crews was on
Gamer.
this game, this movie Gamer, and he is Gerard Butler's and it's not like they're against each other. It's just they're both controlled by different people to kill each other. So there's a scene where Terry Crews. They're both naked in
What do you
call
see?
that the locker room, and Terry Crews attacks Gerard Butler's character, and they're both naked.
That's a hot scene right there.
And so what happened
I might
was
have to
Terry
write
Crews
this.
in real life recorded naked. Like Gerard Butler
I'm
wasn't
sure.
expecting it, and he just walks on the scene naked. So imagine this big, bulky, naked guy coming at you.
This big black wiener coming right at you.
And now, a word from our sponsor.
Hello, listeners. This is Chris from Two Strangers, One Podcast, but I'd like to announce that we are now part of Livin' Lane Podcast Entertainment. Check out our Facebook page at facebook.com/Livin' Lane Podcast Entertainment. LIVINLAME Podcast Entertainment. Along with Two Strangers, One Podcast, there are a bunch of brand new shows to choose from. There's The Breakdown with Filthy Phil, Shane O'Mac, and Cord bringing you the latest news in the music world. Join Joe and Carrie Fox in the Fox Den for your fix of astrology, numerology, and nature. Get your movie and television news with the Real Chat Podcast. And the big daddy that started it all, Livin' Lane. So check out the Facebook for information on new episodes and updates at www.facebook.com/Livin' Lane Podcast Entertainment. Click and Hit, enhancing the experience for all recreational smokers. Click and Hit is a one-handed portable vaporizer. This smoking pipe has a compact 4-stage design, complete with a built-in, wind-proof, butane refillable torch lighter. The large burn chamber holds your stash of legal herb or pipe tobacco. Click the button to ignite and inhale as usual. When you are done, put it back in your pocket for later. Smoke anytime with the touch of a button. No more carrying around grinders and tins. You can leave the pipe, rolling papers, and even your lighter at home. The Click and Hit cordless vaporizer is no bigger than a normal cigar, making it the world's smallest and most discreet vaporizer. It's perfect for use in small places or shared rooms. It's efficient, getting 5 to 8 draws from your packed chamber. It's affordable at just $19.95 each. Buy 3 and the shipping is free. Buy 4 and you get the 5th one free. Visit www.click-n-hit.com. That's clickandhit.com. And now for listeners of Two Strangers One Podcast, you can use promo code STRANGERS and receive 10% off your purchase at clickandhit.com. That's promo code STRANGERS for 10% off your purchase.
We now return to Two Strangers, One Podcast.
And we're back.
So a naked Terry Crews.
Naked Terry
That's
Crews.
gotta be unsettling for, especially if you didn't know it was gonna happen.
Yeah.
For Gerard Butler, all of a sudden, he
It
used to be a
shows-
football player.
It shows his professionalism
That's
that he
awesome.
doesn't break character.
Yeah.
Which, in the scene, he is supposed to be naked. You know,
But
getting
usually they
assaulted
cover some
by
areas
a
up.
sweaty, big, naked guy is always kind of
Awesome.
never a. Well, I guess for me it's never a good thing. Maybe for other people.
Maybe for the viewers.
Now, not everybody. A couple episodes back, you were talking about Cat Williams.
He's been
Getting
just
into
all over the
trouble.
place, yeah.
And I was watching a Cat Williams special the other day because on Comedy Central they give it over and over and over.
Oh,
again.
yeah.
And he has a great line before he's I don't know, what do you call, like a prayer circle with his friends, or he's talking to his friends and they're kind of like getting hyped up for the show. And so he says one line and his friends say another line where he goes, everybody wants to be famous. And all his friends go, and nobody wants to do the work.
Right.
Everybody wants to get famous. Nobody wants to do the work. And I like that line. It's true. There are people who want to
Everybody
get famous.
wants to be rich and famous, but there's
Nobody
no...
wants to do the work.
And there was... Well, this kind of doesn't really go along with work. But yeah, there's no, like, work ethic. Nobody realizes what it takes. They just think it's an overnight thing. Blah, blah, blah. But there was this new study out which I thought was pretty accurate. I mean, this new report. And it said American students, so I'm thinking they're going from like high school and under, are more stupid compared to their test scores are lower. Let's put it that way. Compared to other countries, but we're the most cocky. So I was like, that's pretty accurate. I mean, like, just that our test scores have gone down over the years, but we're the most cockiest country. I'm like,
we got the bombs
sounds
and the
about
bullets,
right.
Yeah. Well, I always see this poster in the mall where it's like, name 3 supermodels.
Oh,
and it
yeah.
goes, name 3 of your kids' teachers.
Yeah.
And it's like, that makes you feel like a real piece of shit. Like,
yeah, my dad saw that the other day, and he's like, I don't know. I don't remember anything. I was like, that is kind of pretty accurate.
I do like that ethic, and then Cat Williams has that great bit where they plays that song, every day I'm hustling. Well, first and foremost, understand that I don't like that kind of music. I just don't. It's not a racist thing. It's not a nothing. It's annoying. But I do like the bit that he does with that song, because it's like, every day I'm hustling, every day I'm hustling.
Does that go along with what he was saying? Like,
yeah, well, I mean...
or is this
those are
different?
2 different specials.
Oh, okay, those are different.
But
ones.
I do love that bit because he's like, even if you're working at McDonald's, like every day I'm hustling, and he's like walking around the stage like he's flipping burgers and he's all by himself. I mean, I can see how that song gets you amped up. So I can't take anything away from it because it gets people amped up. But I just like the hook, Every day I'm hustling. Because once it starts actually getting to the lyrics, I'm like,
yeah. Just give me just the
every day I'm hustling.
The core.
Every day I'm hustling.
Flipping burgers.
So, so Cat Williams, and it just, coming from, and if you want to call us performers, coming from a performer's, entertainer
Nothing's
point of view,
easy. We've been doing this
everybody wants
over
to be famous,
6 months.
Nobody wants to do the work.
Over 6 months, and we have not gotten paid. It's strictly, we would love to. But you got to put in the effort, of course. It's not an overnight thing.
I just love that work ethic. He seems to have that work ethic, and I just feel bad that...
I know, just recently, he hasn't done anything major where he's going to end up in jail. He's just had a few outbursts.
I think he's stressed out because he's probably surrounded by
Suge
a
Knight.
lot of... and Suge Knight, there's a notorious story, allegedly, where, he hung Vanilla Ice out of a window.
Yeah.
And he's like, you're going to sign... over the rights to Ice Baby.
It doesn't sound too far-fetched.
Yeah.
I wouldn't fuck with Suge Knight. I want him on my side.
He's admitted to being a gang member.
Oh, yeah.
He's admitted to being
He doesn't hide
grip,
anything.
I believe.
So, yeah. Just recently it's just been a few outbursts. Nothing crazy. So he's probably just going crazy.
Hanging out with thugs and gangsters.
Yeah, it's just that whole atmosphere.
Probably stressing him the fuck out because it's, Frank Sinatra hung out with mobsters also, but it was a different time then.
Yeah, different. It was like he hung out with the Kennedys and then mobsters. It was like, what?
Yeah, it's
just anybody high powered he was with.
Gangsters today are a little different, not saying that Cat Williams
just a little
isn't
bit.
Frank Sinatra, but I'm not trying to say
he's
it's
the black Frank Sinatra.
Entertainers and
brown
mafia together is nothing new, but today's
Gotta get your money
mafia,
somewhere.
today's organized crime is a lot different. Every day I'm
hustling. Every day they're hustling.
Also, another now by the time this will come out
tomorrow, right?
Tomorrow, And
To
then
the 8th.
by the time this episode comes out tomorrow, this is coming out on Tuesday. Remember I mentioned a show about celebrity high diving?
Yeah.
Okay.
I just
Now,
haven't seen the commercials.
Here's
yet,
here's the funny thing. There's actually 2 separate celebrity high diving shows
like
coming
what?
out.
One's A-list celebrities, one's B-list.
Well,
what's the difference?
I just love when when one
One's a cannibal
network gets an
contest.
idea,
Yeah, and then they roll with it.
everybody steals the idea and they vary it up. Okay, so the one I was talking about is called Stars in Danger, which is the name of the actual show, high dive.
Okay.
So I guess apparently they want to make this into like a longer series where it's
Is it
always
gonna
going to
be
be
like-
Stars in Danger.
Yeah, but this one's gonna be high dive.
This
Is there
was
like
high
different
deep.
events?
The next one
Each
will
time?
be,
Okay.
and I'm just throwing something.
Skydiving.
Yeah, skydiving.
Something like that. Okay, so it's different events each time. But the
bee
first
harvesting
one-
or something like that. So this one, and like I said, Antonio Sabato Jr. is one of the people.
The main star, the one-armed shark
The
attack
one-armed
girl. I
shark
don't know her name.
attack surfer Heather
Surfer.
or something or other. And I feel bad, I forgot her name, but she's a cutie. And here's another person,
Kim Ye.
not Kim
That'd be
Ye.
awesome. Put them in danger.
Someone that I'm surprised you don't know she's going to be on this show.
Give it to me.
A Mrs. JWoww.
Oh, I haven't
So
heard anything. What channel is this on?
Oh,
it's gonna be something stupid. I don't
Just
know.
Look up Stars.
It's only on like Dish Network.
It's
Satellite. JWoww's
I'm
on
trying
it.
to think
huh?
because I want to say Fox because I really don't watch. It's maybe
Let me look it
NBC.
up. Oh, so it's on a major.
Yeah, it's on a major
I haven't
network.
seen any. I don't really watch those channel, I guess, either.
Yeah, I mean, I think because the only time I watch NBC is like for The Office.
Right, like that would be really my only thing.
Jesus Christ, I don't know how I get suckered into only because The Office is on. Then I watch the fucking Parks and Recreation. I want to fucking kick in my television.
I think it's
I hate that show
hysterical.
with all my fucking
You
heart
watch
and
your
soul.
mouth.
It is not funny.
I guess maybe, and it just Aziz Ansari just makes me
Oh,
fucking
well.
sick to my stomach. And so,
I think it's
so
going to
the
be
show
on
was-
Fox, it looks like.
Oh, Fox? Okay. Yeah, that sounds like a
Think.
Fox show.
Fox is a celebrity diving. Yeah, Fox.
Stars in Danger, high dive. So your homegirl,
Yeah,
Ms.
JWoww.
JWoww, along with the other likes of Antonio Sabato Jr. and the one-armed surfer
T.O.
shark attack girl. Oh, yeah, Terrell Owens.
who
I
is
forgot. Yeah, he was
not
in it
really
also.
playing football. Kyle Richards, who is Paris
man.
Hilton's aunt. Yeah, she's got a boy's name. And she's on, if they're doing the right, yeah, and she's on Real Housewives of Beverly Hills.
Ah.
Just so you know.
Actually, no, there's 2 Real Housewives on that show, if I'm not
I'm trying
mistaken.
to see what the other ones are. It only gave
Because
me
I think I
three
looked
here.
it up on the website.
Remember? Okay,
came
that
up-
is her. It looks like, I don't know her name. It's not really giving it to me. Stephanie from Baywatch, the flat-chested
boy.
one.
Yeah.
Her. She's
Yeah,
going to
the
be on
mannish.
it.
So-
Kim Richards, the other sister, the other Paris Hilton's aunt.
Oh,
That's
okay.
all. From
So it's
Real
2
Housewives of Beverly
Real
Hills.
Housewives, which I've
Anthony
never
Sabato
seen any of their
Jr..
shows, so... Because, I have a penis, and I enjoy vagina.
David
So I've never watched.
Ciccacci,
No idea.
Bethany Hamilton.
Isn't Bethany, was that the one-armed diver girl?
I'm
No.
guessing. I don't know.
I thought it was
This isn't
Heather
really
or
clear.
something. Yeah. We must have went to a different site. But, yeah,
This- yeah,
so
this is-
tomorrow...
David Ciccacci. I vaguely remember. He's from Baywatch. They're really honing in on the Baywatch people.
Baywatch isn't like
Bethany
fucking do
Hamilton
anything else.
is the surfer. Alexander Paul is
Carmen
Baywatch.
Electra's getting Simon Cowell, so these other people need to get on there.
So people need jobs.
So, yeah, but
JWoww's on
JWoww,
it.
that's the one I'm surprised you didn't...
Yeah.
I thought
That has not been on my celebrity blog.
that hasn't hit your radar.
I gotta email Perez Hilton and let him know what's going on here. Did you see the new show? I keep seeing it on TBS. Do you know what I'm gonna bring up?
The new show on TBS.
It hasn't aired yet, I don't think.
And I watch TBS too.
Huh?
Give me
King
a
of
clue.
the Nerds.
Oh,
You haven't
yes!
seen- yes, okay.
With the, Curtis Armstrong, the guy who played Booger from Revenge of the
Curtis
Nerds.
Armstrong and Robert Carradine.
Robert Carradine. Is Robert Carradine related to David Carradine?
I have no idea.
That would be funny,
I
though.
noticed that name and I was like, So yeah, I guess it's the competition to see who's the biggest nerd,
King of the
and you get
Nerds.
$100,000. So
Yeah,
I don't
those
know what
people
the
are-
challenges are, though. It didn't really say.
Well, I mean, no, there's
They're gonna
one
be
episode
nerdy.
where they're dressed like superheroes. There's another episode where they're
Supposed
doing,
to-
it's called the LARPing, live action role play.
Okay, Larby.
When people, they walk around and they
It's sick
strap
that you
themselves
know
with
this. Yeah, so it's
styrofoam armor and styrofoam
Sounds about right.
swords and hit each other. Oh, there's so many great videos out there. There's one kid.
Oh, this is like a whole.
It's a whole community. So it's one thing to play.
You nerds are busy, yo. You guys come up with more shit.
People shit
it's
on
LARPing.
nerds. LARPing, live action role playing, and
Want to do some LARPing today?
There's one funny video where like this kid is throwing bean bags at his friends, which imagine
sounds like bullying to me.
In his
Chris.
imagination, no, throwing the bean bags means like he's throwing fireball.
Okay.
And so he's saying fireball, fireball, but the kid he's hitting isn't reacting.
Right. He's just like, okay,
And
I'm being hit with bean bags.
It's like when you watch professional wrestling, it doesn't work if the person doesn't react.
It's not as cool.
Yeah.
So it just sounds like nerds who do LARPing have a lot of time on their hands and maybe should get a job. Or they probably have a lot of those stay-at-home tech jobs.
I mean, nerds LARP on the weekends. I mean, it's their free
LARP
time.
here, LARP there.
It's their
everywhere.
Free time
LARP,
to
LARP.
do. I mean, you could either, when people go, why don't you go
you
outside?
either do drugs or LARP.
They're going outside.
They're LARPing.
Would you rather them sitting in a basement
You're right.
with
You're right, Chris. You're right.
rolling dice and with a character sheet?
LARPing is a
Mom
very
said
healthy
go outside,
activity.
so they went outside. I posted this funny video.
Of
I
LARPing?
posted a funny video.
Of you LARPing with yourself?
I LARP all the time, baby. I LARPed last night, as a matter of fact.
Here we go.
It was a comic strip in Spanish, and this kid is sitting in front of his TV, and his mother goes, "Well, why don't you go outside and play?" Then the next panel, the kid is outside the window, still holding the controller all the way to the game.
He was
so he
not
went outside.
LARPing.
So at the very least, you can't get down to
LARPing is a healthy
It gives
activity.
them fresh air, gets them running around.
A little
it's
movement.
good for their.
He's not staring at a TV. It's good for their creative minds.
Yeah, it gets them moving around.
All right, I praise
Well,
the
I guess,
LARPing.
But you should. I guess you've never seen the movie
Role Models.
Role Models.
I have. I didn't know. Did they call it LARPing?
That was LARPing. Yeah.
Oh, I probably heard
so,
them say it and was like, just like ignored it.
Yeah, it didn't resonate with you. But yeah, that's
a big LARPing convention.
Yeah, let me tell you, I've been, like, between playing DC Universe Online and kind of, like, this show helps me embrace my nerd side. And speaking to George Christic a couple of episodes back, like, I really miss playing Dungeons & Dragons.
I'm probably going to find a community up here and start, like...
There's some. We saw
wasting my
some.
life.
Get some.
Well, that's the card community, and that's not really I actually, But actually, I just want to meet George Christic. I just want to...
That's all.
I'm just going to move to Los Angeles just so I can play D&D.
And speaking of...
Just so I can play it, yeah.
Okay, so, George Christic, Jody Schaefer, Chris Pranosky, the guys who brought us Megas XLR. Their show Motor City, when we're recording this on Monday, last night was their last episode on Disney XD. I mean, of course it's going to exist in reruns, but they haven't been renewed. But here's a scoop. George Christic tweeted last night he is working on his pilot. All the people involved with Motor City are now moving on to another project. He can't talk about it yet.
Not yet, yeah.
But he can say it's going to be on Nickelodeon.
Oh, that's cool.
So they've
Very
been on...
big network.
They've worked on MTV, Cartoon Network, Disney XD, now Nickelodeon.
Pretty well established, I would say.
I mean...
That's cool.
They're working with... I mean, seeing what they've done in the past, and, Nickelodeon, I mean, and I hate to, fucking SpongeBob SquarePants. You know what I'm saying? Like, Nickelodeon, when they do the right thing, they stand behind their product.
Oh, yeah.
And,
look how long SpongeBob has been on.
Yeah, SpongeBob and,
all those old, I mean, not old, but like what I remember, like Rugrats was on forever.
Yeah, so I'm so...
like, they stand by and they keep going with it.
I'm happy for them.
That's
and
cool.
I'm so excited to see what they're going to go with it.
Congratulations, very
cool.
Yeah,
so he's working on his pilot right now for Nickelodeon. So that's
awesome.
a little scoop right there. So
little scoop-a-doop.
I'm so psyched.
Now, we were talking about reality shows, the new one with JWoww. Mm-hmm. I've only seen previews of it. I don't know if it's aired. Have you seen, because I know you're into TLC as well, that channel. Best Funeral Ever. We've, I think, gone to a new level on reality shows. And, like, one of them was, like, a big barbecue. Like,
oh, God.
And, like, one was, like, a parade, like, them carrying the casket in. And then it was, like, Best Funeral Ever. What?
Yeah, I think...
I mean, enough already.
Like I said, nowadays, with these shows...
do anything.
You can make a reality show out
Best
of anything.
shit ever. Yeah.
Best shit.
Just go around the country and show photos
I gotta
of people.
start shopping around Two Strangers One Podcast to show.
Yeah.
I think we gotta have a camera follow us around. Like, a camera follow you,
I got a
camera follow me.
camcorder for Christmas.
Oh, okay.
I did. I haven't used it yet. Maybe we could do... start something there, start
Yeah.
something little.
Well, I mean, the only thing is I don't want to jinx it because if we put stuff out on YouTube, then they're like, oh, well, you have a show on YouTube, we're not going to give it to you. Like,
I say no.
I want network money.
Yeah.
I want Honey Boo Boo money.
Nickelodeon. Did you hear Honey Boo Boo? Not as dumb as what one would think. Yes.
What happened there?
Honey Boo Boo, Mama June,
Uh-huh.
cutie Mama June. She's very pretty. She's taken all the money that they've been getting from TLC, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Put it into trust funds for the kids.
Wow.
Very smart investment. They haven't spent any of it.
They probably
talked to somebody.
They probably have like a manager.
Yeah, somebody was probably like,
business
if you want,
manager.
this is the best thing you can do.
Yeah,
And
don't
they were
invest
like,
in
okay.
fucking cans of peanut butter to put in the storage. You know, they
didn't want to
our
pick
investment.
They didn't want to pick up the house and move it away from that train on the other side of the train tracks.
We invest in dry goods.
That train gets me every time. It's literally next to the house has got to shake every time it goes. Be careful when playing out in the yard. Don't go too
I guess
close
when
to
you're
the track.
kids, you just get used to it.
I know, you're just
Don't
like,
go by
I
the
mean,
train.
that's all you know, yeah. So I thought that was pretty smart.
Yeah, they probably have a manager,
Like
right
a financial
now. I mean,
advisor or something probably came in.
why? You know,
They were like,
I mean,
we don't know what the fuck to do with all this money.
and everybody is waiting for the train wreck, but
Oh, yeah.
the smart thing to do is, and
For all the kids. That was cool.
And then, I mean, hopefully she won't fall to the kid's celebrity curse. Like, you won't be hearing about, Honey Boo Boo, the Honey Boo Boo sex tape or some shit like that.
Mama June sex. Mama June and what's his name? Bear,
Sugar Bear.
Sugar Bear sex.
Sugar Bear.
That's
I'ma
a
take out
hillbilly
my
porn
teeth.
that's on the rise.
Eating pussy's better when you don't have any teeth.
Here we go. And he went there.
And so, by the time the next episode, your birthday's around the corner.
Yes! Friday.
Yeah.
The 11th.
Friday's
and
your
I'm
birthday.
working all week, so it's not really that fun.
That sucks.
And I'm turning 27. Also not really that fun. It's not a big birthday. So I think it'll just be a regular day.
Hey.
I mean, I'll go out to dinner, do
By
the
the time
usual.
Stranger Con comes out, that's basically the day after my 36th
There
birthday.
you
And
go.
36. Just because the number's not divisible by 5
Right.
doesn't mean
It's
it's,
not
a
as
special
cool.
number.
Yeah, so I think I'll probably just do dinner and drinks, the usual, until I'm 30, and then we'll probably be a wine
Pizza
tour.
popping parents.
That's what I'm talking about. Triple P. Pizza popping parents.
And
So happy birthday to me.
Happy birthday. So next time I see you, if I have money, I'll get your gift.
Maybe, just maybe.
I'm broke right now. Well, the money's going into the Kickstarter, so that's
Yeah.
where I'm contemplating us hiring the guy who does our intro
Right.
to do voice work
voice
for the
work
actual
on-
Kickstarter video, which would be pretty funny.
Another reason why I love J.J. Abrams, and you like him too. Not because of Lost, but because the new Star Trek movie.
Star Trek Into Darkness.
I love that. You're so right on point.
Oh, yeah.
Star Trek Into Darkness.
Oh, I'm.
You could be
I'm
the
waiting.
voiceover for it.
Star Trek Into Darkness
Darkness.
coming to theaters this May.
Yeah. He has a terminally ill fan
Oh, okay.
who actually
yeah, I heard
just
about
recently
this. Yeah.
died, like today or yesterday.
died?
Yeah.
Oh, shit.
And he let him have a viewing of it.
Yeah,
like last week.
I believe it was pancreatic cancer. I could be
I
wrong.
didn't read it. I just saw it terminally ill and let him do the
And
pancreatic cancer. Is
even
correct,
though the
yeah.
movie's not due to come out for months, and there's still tons of
Probably editing that's got to go on.
editing, special effects, computer effects, and stuff like that.
So I thought that was cool. He let him have
He
a
let the
special
guy
visit.
watch a rough cut. But that being said, now J.J. Abrams to me, it's like it's a love-hate. Like he gives us incredible build-ups.
Yeah, and then
sometimes
he's got to work on the ending. He's got to find somebody that
the
can pull it all
beginnings are
together.
always, it's so exciting and interesting.
Yeah,
and
and you're
gets
like,
you
how
going,
the
and then,
fuck is this going to end? And then, like,
But that-
Lost.
But that being said, Star Trek, the first one, was one of the ones I liked. I liked it. People didn't. Some people, not to sound like a nerd. Like some people who, I'm not gonna like it just because it's Star Trek.
Yeah.
I'm gonna like it because it's good.
Mm-hmm.
There are some people that like, that's not a Star Trek ending, or that means this. I like
All
what
right.
he did
If the
with
movie's good, it's good,
'Cause he has
Now, I'm
those-
not a fan, and I only watched half of it. You said the beginning's like the
Because
most...
the first 5 minutes, if the first 5 minutes doesn't make you fucking, I mean, I'm cold and heartless. Like, it didn't make me cry, but it made me almost
a little
tear
emotional,
up.
yeah. Now, I only saw, I turned it on FX, and suddenly I was like, I think this is Star Trek, what Chris has been talking about. And then I finished it, and I was like, that was pretty good. I wish I saw the first half, but I still haven't, but to me it was a good movie, and I don't even know that much about Star Trek, or, you know,
I
it
think
kind
it's
of
a
turns
good
on that other...
entry. It's definitely a good gateway drug.
Yeah, it definitely turns
into the series because...
That way, like, nerds can bring, if they have a girlfriend,
Yeah.
can bring their girlfriend to the movies and they'll enjoy it too. Yeah.
They stole my idea. I thought of that years ago. My idea was to have a show called Starfleet Academy.
Oh, that's right.
Where it would have been like all young people, but it's like the school they go to before they get to the spaceships. And so, my daughter
I don't
wants
know where her Baba is.
Where's your Baba, baby? I don't know.
Little baby Baba.
She's probably like...
It might be in the other room, because I know earlier she went over there.
Yeah.
Try to think. Texas Chainsaw 3D.
Uh-huh.
I saw previews the other day, and I was like, really? They're coming out with another one? That's getting ridiculous. Yeah. #1 at the box office this past weekend.
Well, there was... I mean, it's not up against anything.
Oh, I thought, like... what is it? Django or whatever the hell it is?
Oh, the Django Unchained.
Yeah, I thought, like, that would have been somewhere up there.
Yeah, it's...
But I guess people, you know, this time of year are into the horror flicks.
Yeah, I was... And see, I was mistaken, because... One movie that I'm kind of excited about seeing is that Hansel and Gretel Witch Hunters.
Oh, that did look cool, yeah.
And
I thought it was a different take on it.
For a split second, I thought it's the guy that plays Hawkeye from the Avengers.
Yep. Jeremy Renner?
Jeremy Renner, yeah.
Yeah, I think that's it.
And some other girl. For a little while, I thought that was Jennifer Lawrence.
No, yeah, it's not.
And I was like, how cool is that? The guy who plays Hawkeye, the archer, and Katniss,
the other archer.
Two archers, are in the same
joining
movie.
Forces.
So what they got to do is they got to give Jeremy Renner another movie with Jennifer Lawrence, where they're both and make it like a romantic comedy.
And Arrow.
You know,
One of their last name is Arrow. One of their last names is Bo.
Yeah,
Chris, trademark
Bo
it.
and Arrow.
Bo and
Arrow. They're both like
be like Mr. and Mrs.
archers.
Smith. Yeah,
they fall in love. They fall in love in England and stuff like that.
Be beautiful.
Is she British? No. She's American.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. But I'm pretty. Give her a British accent.
Give her a British accent. Give her something.
You're
like
an
that.
actress.
Give her something
Earn your
to learn.
fucking paycheck. You know, or Jeremy, or flip it. Make Jeremy Renner earn his fucking paycheck.
I'm talking about.
We
make our actors earn their paychecks. Did you see? I also saw, which kind of looked cool. I don't know if it'll be good, but I don't know when it comes out. The Oz, the Great and Powerful. It looked kind of cool, but I don't know what it's going to be about. Like, it just looks more special effects.
It's a prequel to Wizard of Oz.
Right, and it's got some big names. James Franco, Michelle Williams.
I'm so sick
Mila
and tired of James Franco. I was watching... I was watching Green Hornet last night for the fucking millionth time.
Yeah.
He's in the movie briefly, and it just
drove you nuts. See, now I thought he was funny in Pineapple Express.
Oh, I hate that movie.
Really?
I don't know what it is.
I think it was just stupid funny. Like, if you're just in a stupid mood
I try to like it. I love pretty much everything Seth Rogen's in except Pineapple Express. Yeah,
I think it's one of those dumb movies where I'm like,
I had things gone a little. I would have liked to take my mom to go see Guilt Trip. I'm pretty sure that would have been because my mom.
It looks like it could,
my mom
family
likes
friendly almost.
Barbra Streisand as a singer and an entertainer, you know. I'm pretty sure the movie is like sweet, but it's like comedy, but sappy, and you know, I'm pretty sure they've been right up there. Well, I'm gonna wait till the DVD comes out or something. Hey, Mom, let's watch this together.
Hey, got us a movie.
Yeah, I wanted, you know, and like I said. Guys, go rent this old movie called The Owl and the Cat, The Owl and the Pussycat or something like that with Barbra Streisand. I mean, the movie's like 40 years ago, but she... Just letting you know. And speaking of Megan Fox.
Yes.
Megan Fox owns a full-size, what's the word I'm looking for? Authentic replication of an R2-D2.
Oh, I did. I saw that picture posted, and I didn't even read it.
Yeah.
So that's hers.
That's hers.
Okay.
So, I mean,
pretty
the fact that she wasn't
for you,
in Transformers, and you know the first and only reason she wasn't in Part 3 is because she pissed off Michael Bay.
Right. Now, how did she get that? Did it say or?
She's a nerd. She just bought it. She got money.
I didn't know.
I don't think
where
there was any kind
one of those. I didn't know if it was inherited from her.
I'm pretty sure there's, especially in Hollywood, I'm pretty sure there's places where they sell the official replicas and stuff like that. I mean, and honestly, something like that doesn't come cheap. I'm pretty sure she paid a couple grand for it.
You think?
And
do you think it's heavy?
If I had money,
I feel like it'd be heavy.
Oh,
She
yeah,
had to
of
have it
course.
shipped. Like, she can't carry it up the
Oh,
stairs.
man. So you get to fuck Megan Fox
And
and
R2-D2's
have an
watching.
R2-D2 in the house.
How would you like that, Chris? You're fucking Megan
would
Fox,
be-
R2-D2 in the corner watching.
Yeah.
Yeah, ultimate.
That's pretty nice.
Bonerific.
So let me see. You got what else? What else you got?
A while ago, I feel like this was months ago, I talked about in Colorado they were introducing a bull testicle beer called the
Rocky Mountain.
Rocky Mountain Oyster
Oyster
Stout. And I guess it started off as a joke, and then they it's like roasted bull testicles. And I guess then they introduced it, made it, and introduced it into a festival, and people loved it. Now it's going to go nationwide.
Oh boy.
Now they are in production to make it go. So we're going to have oh, you don't drink. I was going to say we're going to have an episode where we just crack one open and try a roasted
Can I
bull
get a
testicle.
Virgin Rocky Mountain oyster beer.
Try a
have
bull
the
testicle
light,
beer.
like what's that light beer?
There's a lot of them, Chris.
I know, but there was
Natty
one,
Ice.
No, not Natty. Oh, there was. It looks like Heineken.
Looks like Heineken. So it comes in like the green bottle?
Yeah, it comes in a green bottle, and it's a.
Now we know Heineken.
But now, actually, even near beer it's still
Oh, Jules?
alcoholic.
Are you talking
O'Doul's.
Jules is the
O'Doul's.
non-alcoholic, but
It's
it
not
does have alcohol.
It is technically
It's
like
called-
0.05 alcoholic. Now, when I used to work in an old age home, and on Fridays they used to have a thing called Cheerful Hour, not Happy Hour, Cheerful
Hour.
And they used to bring in
O'Doul's?
O'Doul's.
Now, if you drink enough of those,
Yeah, and
I mean,
plus,
you
I mean,
can,
these
you
are
can
old
get
guys
a
on
good buzz.
medication.
Yeah.
Because it was a veterans home out in
okay.
St. Albans, Queens, and I was working there. And I mean, just working there, and I loved talking to the guys because
Oh, they got great stories.
yeah, I mean, like you
It
know,
makes
I've
you feel
mentioned
like
this before.
shit because you haven't done much in your life. They're like, when I was 15, I was in the war. I'm like, when I was 15, I was like,
like,
trying to get my
I'm
learner's
pissed
permit.
off. I don't have like a PlayStation
Yeah.
video game, and this guy's like,
You know, I used
fighting
to slam
for
the door
our
on my parents and
You know,
was
this guy's
pissed we didn't have pizza for dinner.
you know, choking out a Nazi with his bare hands,
Oh, that's
bashing
what
his
you
head
did
with
when
a
you were
rock.
15? Oh, okay.
Yeah, 15 because he lied to get into
Right,
the service
yeah,
because he
like-
wanted to, because he wanted to, serve his country.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, like on 9/11, it's like, man, freaking, I could have get to Blockbuster that day. So they were closed.
God bless America.
So they used to have this thing called Cheerful Hour. Now, Friday afternoons, by the time we got to Friday afternoon, all the visiting hours were over. There was nothing. So the guys used to bring me O'Doul's.
Crushing beer cans on your head.
Well, it was in a bottle. It was in a bottle.
Breaking
So they would bring it
bottles.
to me.
A
So
big
I
bar
would-
fight at Cheerful Hour.
And so I'm drinking O'Doul's at my desk, and I got this
at work.
and and it's like, who else could really,
Say that they drink on the job.
And what happened was my boss,
The big guy.
came by and he said, he goes, look, that just doesn't look right. Pour it in a cup.
Right.
You
Let's
know,
not
I
have
really
it
don't
in the
mind
beer
you drinking
can.
it,
Yeah,
but
the
just
beer
pour it
can.
in a cup because seeing you with a bottle on your desk
It doesn't look right. And I love that it's like a strong Irish name for this non-alcoholic beer.
O'Doul's.
Like, ooh, I'm going to get wasted off O'Doul's. Oh, wait, 0.05? Like somebody who doesn't know it. Like, oh.
Yeah, it was, and I mean,
We should give like a 6-pack of O'Doul's to somebody and see if they pretend they're wasted.
oh yeah.
That'd be awesome at like a party. Be like, yeah, drink this. A keg of O'Doul's. That party, I was so wasted. It was not
Right to
alcoholic.
bring it to like a high school party.
Yeah, he was a keg, guys.
And it's just, I don't know. Even though I don't drink, and I've tried O'Doul's in the past, like, it just, leave that shit alone. Like, I don't feel the need to drink something that tastes like shit and tastes like warm piss, and all it's going to do is make you piss.
It makes you
because
piss.
you don't
It's
wanna
just a
drink.
full circle of piss.
Yeah. Tastes like piss, makes you piss.
A lot of piss. Did you hear about? Because I know you're a big Justin Bieber fan.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
Like,
He's my favorite.
I know that's like there's a poster. I'm looking at a poster right now. In your
Are you going to talk about how he's back with Selena Gomez?
No, I've heard they're.
I heard
totally
they're back
off.
together.
Oh, now they're back
It's
together.
sad that I
love
know
that you know that.
Well, I know
I was
that
gonna say I
because
heard there
of
was a huge blowout New Year's
Kevin
Eve.
Smith's Hollywood
Oh, yeah.
Babylon, which
I guess there was a huge blowout New Year's Eve. They were both in Mexico. It's sad that I know this, but I don't know. Maybe they're back
Selena
together.
Gomez.
Yeah. So, okay. Did you hear about the paparazzi who got killed?
What? What? No.
Yeah, because he was following Justin Bieber in this car, and I think Justin Bieber was in the passenger seat. I don't think he was driving. Just to get a shot of Bieber smoking weed. And he ended up, the paparazzi ended up, I'm guessing he was in the car because he was following him, ended up getting out of his car, running in the middle of the road, got hit by a car.
Holy shit. Well, I mean, you're distracted, you're running out in the middle of the street,
Yeah, you're not looking. Obviously, there's cars going on.
not saying
in
that
the
he
street.
deserved or anything like that, but
Yeah,
it's
but let's think. I mean, stop with these. So now they're,
then it's
again,
in
looking at
Mexico.
laws. No, this was in L.A.
Oh, in LA,
New Year's
okay.
Eve, they were in Mexico, and that's when the fight with Selena Gomez happened.
Oh, okay.
But no, this was in, L.A., and I guess now, again, they're going to look at the paparazzi, the paparazzi laws that they have. It's like, I mean, there was nothing, he was on public property, he did it.
Yeah, the guy is...
That was a young guy, too, that they showed the photo.
That was just a big lapse in judgment.
Yeah.
And unfortunately, it's these magazines that
are
pay
buying.
big fucking money.
Maybe if you didn't pay so much, this wouldn't happen, where people are actually now risking their life.
Photos, and it's
now
kind of like
there's
a reverse Princess Diana.
Yeah,
Like
that's what was said. Somebody said, haven't we learned our lesson with Princess Diana? Now we got, this crap is still going on.
Yeah.
Now I guess there's a big to-do that Bieber's now just always smoking pot. And he has a bad influence kid that hangs around with him, and his name is, he's a rapper, never heard of him. His name is Lil Twist.
Oh, Little Twist? Actually,
You've heard of Little Twist?
Little Twist.
Yeah, and that's like his sidekick, and they're always smoking pot, and people are pissed.
Like back to hanging out with Usher, the boy.
What'd you think he was gonna do? Nobody's telling him no. He's hanging out with all these
and
people. He's in that business.
But I mean, even when I was, and I'm not endorsing it, when I was a kid and I smoked weed, you smoke weed at home. I never smoked in my car. Are you fucking kidding me?
Well, they don't know for sure if he was. They think he was, but that's why that guy, I guess, was chasing for the photo to get the shot of him.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm sure he was.
Because remember, like, Amanda Bynes, wasn't she smoking weed in the car? So.
She, like, straight up had a bowl, like, the perfect shot.
Yeah. I don't, when I did smoke,
I like to be in a comfy, cozy area.
Yeah, because I hated, and now I've hung out with people like where I'm in my car and then people just light up like they got it like that. I'm like, what the fuck are you doing? You're not gonna smoke in my car. That shit. Oh, but motherfucker.
You can
when
wait.
we're in your car.
Yeah,
you could.
I don't need that.
No,
shit
we're
in my
car. Fucking car. I hate that shit when people like take liberties or people who like. You go and buy a beer, and then they crack it open in the car.
Like, no, motherfucker. We can wait. We're going somewhere.
Yeah.
So if Bieber got in your car...
hang out the window with the beer.
Like, nice. Now, if Justin Bieber wanted to got in your car and lit up, would you kick him out? Or would you say, you gotta give me $500,000 if you want to smoke in here?
No, I would just... I don't know what situation would I ever have Justin Bieber in my car.
Because you never know.
Other than him hiring me for security or something like that. And then if he's hiring me for security, then, But I hope he doesn't pull that, like, Lindsay Lohan thing, like, all right, you take the rap.
Yeah, right. Why don't you just take the rap?
I was the one smoking the marijuana.
It was me. And then they, like, test your piss, and it's clean.
Yeah, it's clean.
Now,
Check my hair, everything.
There's talks in Washington and Colorado now that they're going to have weed vending machines.
I heard about that, yeah.
That's kind of fun.
But that's
just dangerous.
People are just going to break into the fucking machines. You don't do that.
I know. People, like, have issues with the candy machines. Like, are always pushing that and try and steal from the vending machines. Now we're going to put weed in there. It's going to get more riotous.
Oh, well, somebody had a good joke. Jay Leno, of all
reach
people.
their hand up in there.
No, he goes, not the people who own the vending machines, the people who own the snack machines next to the vending machine. Those people are going to become rich.
Oh, yeah.
Now, I mean, for some reason, speaking of Colorado, they had that shooting, a guy barricaded himself in a house, Aurora,
4
Colorado.
dead. 3, people were taken hostage.
And it's like...
What the hell,
And also here in Rochester, what you mentioned in the other episode about
the firefighters.
The firefighter, the woman goes to court today. There was the woman that allegedly...
She bought the guns. That's what it was.
Got the guns
and I guess when she bought them...
To shoot at firefighters.
Yeah, I guess when she bought them...
She's on trial today.
Oh, okay. When she bought them, the guy was with her. Like, the video shows that they were together. So I don't know. They haven't really come out what their relationship was, but...
And then, these fucking people like that.
I mean, come on. You want to take your own life, go ahead.
This time of the year, and people are stressed out, but it's like, you know, unfortunately, you have to ask people to use common sense, and the average fucking person's an idiot. So, you know, it's just,
well, I mean, like Aurora again, you know.
Yeah, and it's in Aurora,
like,
and you know,
I still don't think they've come out with a motive. I haven't heard anything.
Yeah,
on what it was.
It's some people just fucking, you know. I mean, what was, you know, there was no motive for Connecticut. You know, then the guy was a fucking psycho, and it's like.
And then I guess
I should excuse me for saying that for anyone, you know, and especially someone like myself who takes fucking meds. You know,
so does 90% of America.
Yeah.
Then, like a couple weeks ago, this was an accidental shooting in Arizona. I mean, this again goes back to common sense. Okay, in Arizona, a 19-year-old girl and her brother. One of them has a gun. We're playing with a gun, taking Facebook photos. Like, one, he's holding it to his head, and, you know, they're both giving gang signs. She accidentally shot him in the head. He's killed.
Oh, shit.
Yeah.
Wow.
And there's, like, they have these Facebook photos of them playing with it, and she must have been playing with it, and it went off, hit him right in the head, dead.
Oh, now...
Common sense.
I knew, like...
If you're gonna do those photo shoots, let's take the bullets out.
Yeah. I was
gun.
in a situation where my friend shot a dresser drawer. Now, I didn't know he had bullets in the gun, and I'm not proud of it or anything like that. He was fucking around, and he knows who he... Actually, this is the same guy who... Like I said, when I was in high school, I was a big pot smoker. And hanging out with this guy was the person that made me stop wanting to smoke weed. Because, I smoked it, you know, very, very casually afterwards, but like when you're waking me up at 7 o'clock in the morning so we could go to the weed spot, you know, and he lived in Brooklyn.
Then you got to take a look at your life.
We used to go to, you know, a very popular spot is Nevin Street, and Nevin Street is all Jamaicans. But you know, I mean, you know, they see the white corny guy. Now the guy I was with is actually half black, half white. So, but he looked more black, but. You know, literally, because I stepped over his house. We used to hang out in his house and play video games and just do guy stuff.
Stupid stuff, yeah.
Get smoked up in the basement and shit. But when he wakes me up, he woke me up at 7 o'clock in the morning.
And now you would think pot smokers would want to sleep in.
Yes. Yo, let's go to Nevin Street. I was like, get the fuck. You know, like, when he said that, I said no.
Reevaluate yourself.
What had happened was, I said, look, you just go without me. And... You know, I mean, of course he can trust me, but he left me in his house just so he could go out and smoke weed. Or get weed to smoke. And so after that, I was like, I can't, you know, like...
Gotta take a look.
When I was a heavy smoker, I slowed down after that. Now, same guy had a gun. Said it was his mother's gun. He's fucking around with it. Now, you know, and at that time we were drinking too.
Perfect.
Drinking 40s. And then... Boom! You know,
I would shit my pants.
He shot the dresser, and I flipped. I was like, "You didn't fucking know it was loaded or whatever." And I could have been
right on the receiving end of that. They thought it was pointed at you. Yeah, moment. You sobered up real quick.
Yeah, I was just. I mean, it is crazy how shit like that happens.
It's not. Just how.
Even when I'm drunk, I'm aware of my settings. Yeah. But
just something that quick too. You know, just happened.
Had he been pointing it in another direction, it could have been me.
So I could totally see how this happened, but again, common sense. Take the bullets out if you really want to get these photos.
Now,
because it's that quick.
And
you know that.
Remember,
easy.
I had mentioned I knew a guy. He was in the World Trade, the bombing back in '93.
The first one.
He survived, but his friend died. And he was working down in the parking lot. He was working there. His son shot his daughter in the back. Now she survived. But she lost most control of her hand.
Okay.
So, like, she walked around, like, her arm was almost, like, half bent, and her hand was, like, kind of half closed. Yeah. And that's all,
so just kind of like you could put a beer can in
there. Yeah, like, she walked around, and if you were just passing glances,
you wouldn't
have realized there was something wrong with her. But then, like, you know, her arms stood that way forever. You know what I'm saying? Or at least, you know, long story short, my friend was dating her. And, I think, once she moved her hand a little bit, and my friend was like, "You moved your hand!" And it's like, I know he was trying to be positive about it, but it just sounds so
ridiculous.
Yeah. You moved your hand! But, so, I knew a kid who, he shot his sister, and he shot her in the back, hit her in the spine, and, like,
was
her
this
arm...
on purpose?
No, he was, once again, fucking around with the gun.
I was like, at least add that part in. You're like, yeah, you just shot her.
Yeah.
So it was on accident.
Yeah, it was totally by accident.
Okay, if anybody wants to play with a gun,
and
there's nobody around you that you want to kill, Let's take the bullets out.
And, being a correction officer, I had a weapon. I made sure my weapon was always secured.
Let's
because
do that, folks.
I don't have a weapon anymore, just so people don't, whatever.
I know. We play with it while we do the podcast.
I was living with my stepson, and this is even before my daughter was born, and I made sure he never fucking touched it. So
it just
he never
takes
went
one
next
quick
to it.
thing,
He never, and I kept
Lock
it
that
where,
shit up.
he wasn't going to find it. You know what I'm saying? And pretty much, it was where it was in the house while I was there, and every time I left the house, it was with me.
Yeah.
I carried my gun. I carried my gun in church. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't care.
Real religion.
Well, no, it's just, you never know shit's going to pop off. And I think, and now here's the weird thing, because, like, I was given, my right to carry a weapon is through New York State. Mm-hmm. But I think legally...
And you lived in New Jersey.
No, but I lived in New Jersey,
Okay,
but the one good thing George W. Bush did is he signed this thing saying that other states recognize other states' peace officer statuses.
Yeah.
So before I could only carry the gun in New York.
But then
after W. Finally, the one fucking smart thing he did, in my opinion, and that's, he signed a thing saying you can carry in other states. Now, mind you, when I worked in corrections, there were guys who lived in Pennsylvania and guys who lived in Jersey, and they didn't give a fuck. Because, quite
obviously,
frankly,
they carried it, yeah.
Unless you were doing stupid shit, a cop's not going to bust your ass, bust your chops. But, well, I forgot, it was like, I forgot the name of the actual. There's like an actual, the legal, like RU 284 or some shit like that.
Some stupid number.
Yeah. And after he signed that, and literally, like, as soon as he signed that, now because we knew it was coming up.
Yeah,
that was
obviously.
I bought my house in 2005, and he signed it in 2002. Mm-hmm. And it was like, and that was around the same time I met my wife. So I was like, oh, great! Now that I have a gun in Jersey, shit, I'm going to buy a house and move to Jersey. So that's been. That was, when you get political, the one good thing that W did was letting, states, other states would recognize other states' peace officers.
I'm surprised that wasn't even, like, prior to.
Yeah, I mean...
like, a law.
Because right
now, I'm surprised it came out around
recognize
2000.
each other's driver's licenses.
I know, I thought that was always stupid.
Well,
like, if I could drive in New York and I gotta go, I don't know.
Well,
let's start.
There is a pretty basic standard of driving, and unfortunately, everywhere it's pretty low. And when you can drive with one eye, and not to take anything away, unfortunately, there are people who only have one eye for some reason. Yeah. But, you could be legally blind in one eye.
Right. Can't drive at night, but you do.
There's these old people who, somehow, get behind the wheel and become fucking dangerous to everybody.
Oh, absolutely.
On the road. So,
kids want to take their license away, and the old person still drives. They're like, don't take it away. Now, I know you're really excited about this, because you're such a huge hockey fan. Mm-hmm. The lockout is over, Chris!
The lockout is over. Hockey is
now
coming
that season is almost over, halfway through.
Now, I mean, I'm not a hockey fan, but a lot of my friends are. So,
and a lot of people around here are, because we're close to Canada and Buffalo, the Sabres. That's all they love is hockey.
Oh, yeah.
And so I've just heard so many of my guy friends bitch about it. I'm like, guys, sorry, but I can't help you.
And I had made a sarcastic post on my Facebook. I was like, out of solidarity, I'm not going to watch NHL. And I'm like, oh, wait, I never watched NHL in the first place. Because, a while back, when Chris Brown when basically, it was proven that he beat the shit out of Rihanna. I had made a statement.
We're going to stop listening, right?
I said, I'm going to never listen to Chris Brown again. The case being, I never listened to him in the first place. So, I can hold my boycott against Chris Brown and the NHL
Chris.
Out of solid. Whoa, shit. I'm sorry. What the?
That came out of nowhere. I just got bombarded by.
My daughter just hit Kristen in the head.
It was like WWE style. Or F. What is it called now? E.
Yeah, it's WWE. Stop that.
Boosh.
Pillow fight.
New Kids on the Block.
New Kids on the Block.
Your favorite
doing
group.
Old Navy commercials?
Oh, yeah.
Or is that?
No, that was
Backstreet Boys?
That was Backstreet Boys, yeah.
Oh, okay.
The older group. The first pop group with Menudo.
Uh-huh.
Now they... Did somebody fart?
I think Raven probably
baby poopy
filled her diaper.
Now, there's teases. Donnie Wahlberg's giving teases of a new album and a tour in 2013. I mean, they're older now. I mean, they should... I never went to it because they had that other tour, New Kids on the Block and Backstreet Boys. I heard that was actually pretty good. Mm-hmm. I mean,
my thing is,
how much more can you do?
I don't doubt that it's going to be good.
I mean, they got
or
enough
even
money
successful,
to have that.
But Donnie Wahlberg, aren't you busy fucking making movies? That's the only thing.
Doing Blue Blood, or is that the show he's on? Yeah. Like, how did those Blue Bloods? It's on Friday.
Yeah, that's with Tom Selleck and they're like a cop family.
Now, how do those Wahlbergs find the time? I mean, I feel like they're always like Mark Wahlberg's in another movie, like coming out, Broken City or something. Mm-hmm. Like they're always involved. Do they take a break? We need the Wahlberg work ethic.
Well, I mean, that's, as much as it's very instant and popular to hate on Mark Wahlberg, and I still want to call him Marky Mark.
Marky Mark. I love him.
It's very, but I got to give him credit. I mean, the guy's made $1 billion fucking movies. Yeah. It's very easy to say, Marky Mark. Hey, the guy's fucking working. I can't.
He's got badass movies.
He ain't done nothing to me. I mean, I can hate. Girls want to fuck him.
No, there's a younger.
Washboard abs and...
There's a younger Wahlberg, and I don't know what he does. I've only seen a photo of him. Like, he's younger.
Your other brothers are movie stars.
I have no idea if he does
stars.
movies or I have no idea. I've never. They just showed a picture celebrities' other siblings. Like J-Lo has a sister, but they kind of look alike, not fully.
At at a sporting event and stuff like that. You can still feel the vibration.
Oh, yeah.
Marky Mark and the Funky, but
still going on.
Good vibration.
Yeah,
feel it. You know what I'm saying?
Come on.
That song is still. That's one of those party songs.
Those bad songs that you love.
Go away. And it's like that must suck to be like the Wahlberg brother, like. Yeah, this one's making movies. This one's planning a tour.
Yeah. And here I wonder if he does
at Radio Shack.
Yeah. I wonder if he does behind the scenes business stuff. But I've only seen a photo of him. I'm sure he's getting some money.
Yeah.
Probably
like the Baldwins.
He's just I'll help out with the stage crew.
He's done Anaconda Part 4 or something like that.
I mean, he looks good. He looks like a Wahlberg. He looks like
Mark. Straight to the Sci-Fi Network.
Yeah, he looks like Marky Mark with the full hair. Not Donnie's got the receding. But, he has the full head of hair. He looks like a Wahlberg. I don't know. Mm-hmm. I'm not sure what he does. Maybe he's just behind the scenes, stage crew.
Maybe
he's just like that. Make sure they all have good people surrounding them.
Mega Crocodile.
Octopus.
Sharktopus versus Bigfoot. Yeah, baby. You want to play the ball? You want to throw me the pig? Yay. Oh, there we go. Let's break Daddy's computer. Yay. Okay, so we're well past the hour mark. As my daughter screams to get my attention. I'm paying attention to you, baby. I'm right here. I'm looking right at you. Please visit twostrangersonepodcast.com where you can find links for everything show related. First and foremost, you can visit our eBay page where I'm selling comic books, heavy metal, video games, DVDs, tools, anything in my house that's not nailed down, I'm selling on eBay. Give it a look. There's nothing on there right now. I kind of took a break for the holidays because I didn't want to,
sell Christmas gifts.
And I was too busy, with my family. I wasn't even in town to sell my stuff. But I'm back in town, so hopefully, we'll be selling things again. So visit our eBay page. Visit our Facebook page if you haven't done so already. Like us. Please like us. And please share us with your friends. If you like this episode, if you just like us in general, just hit share or like or whatever the case may be. I'm sorry if I'm a little distracted. My daughter's throwing the Angry Birds pig at me. You can download our show. You have an iPod, iPad, iPhone, iPad mini, all those beautiful iDevices. On iTunes, just go to the iTunes store, upper right corner, click podcast, and then type in Two Strangers, One Podcast. It'll come up Chris and Two Strangers, One Podcast. You'll see our beautiful bathroom red, white, and blue logo. Download them. You can download all the old episodes. You can update your iPod and get all the new episodes when you subscribe to us. Or you can download the old episodes and see how we've progressed. This is like episode 70-something. It's like crazy. You could also download episodes off our website, twostrangersonepodcast.com. If you have like a little cheapy MP3 player, you can download them. Listen to our show while you're sitting in traffic. Listen to our show while you're sitting in jury duty. You're bored somewhere? Listen to us. I would love to know if you're listening to our show where you're supposed to be working. If you are, let us know. Hit us up on Facebook.com/twostrangersonepodcast. I can't think of anything else. Oh yeah, if you have an Android device, holy shit, how did I forget about that?
Stitcher, your
If you have
girlfriend.
an Android device, you could listen to us on Stitcher. It's the app that I use. Any podcast worth listening to is on Stitcher. All the top ones, Kevin Smith's Smodcast, Chris Hardwick's The Nerdist, Mark Maron and the WTF podcast, Adam Carolla, This American Life, and of course our buddies on the West Coast, Livin' Lame, LIVINLAME. You can find them on Facebook.com/Livin' Lame, LIVINLAME, Podcast Entertainment. Along with Livin' Lame, the main show, they kind of break off and do side shows. There's The Breakdown, there's The Fox Den, there's Real Chat, and actually, hopefully soon, I will be submitting episodes of The Breakdown. The Breakdown was like the radio music show, and Cordero's kind of giving me the go-ahead to, if I want to... I used to have my Chris's Hidden Metal shows, so those might get me reposted in the Breakdown feed. So if you want to hear me and my selection of heavy metal music, it's definitely going to catch the eye of your neighbors, catch the ear of your neighbors. Hopefully soon you could be able to download it. And to get all those updates, you can follow us on Facebook.com/2strangers1podcast. And that's about it. I can't think of anything else. Thank you very much for listening to us. Once again, we've been getting incredible numbers, incredible feedback. Once again, a lot of our feedback is actually from people not in the United States. People in the United States. Don't get me wrong. Our numbers are fantastic in the United States, but the people that actually give me feedback are the people from other countries.
That's because the U.S. is too cocky.
We're too cocky. But, we've been getting tons of subscribers, tons of page views, tons of downloads. We really seriously want to thank you guys for everything.
Keep it coming.
Hopefully our Kickstarter will be up soon. If so, you'll find the links for it on twostrangersonepodcast.com. I'm sorry, my daughter's just going crazy over here. So, we certainly hope you enjoyed listening to this show and had as much fun as we had recording it. Thank you for listening to Two Strangers, One Podcast. I'm Chris.
And I'm Kristen.
Don't be a stranger.
See ya. Bye.
All right, here we go, man. Go ahead. You want to read
Double Jackpot.
What is it?
It is a self-published book by Christopher Cologne.
Chris Cologne? Smells good to me.
But
look at her. That broke that fucking cold little exterior. He's like, hee.
But it is spelled Colon.
Him punny.
But Double Jackpot is a book about a comic book artist, Eric, who is in a loveless relationship with a materialistic
I feel you, Eric.
Lynette.
Oh, fucking. Are you sure I didn't write this? Sounds hauntingly familiar.
He starts cheating on his girlfriend with a more creatively supportive woman, Nadia.
Well, I gotta meet her. Where's the Nadia?
There's your summer girlfriend.
Summer Nadia is Nadia.
Nadia?
Yeah, I think Nadia is spelled with an A.
All right.
Both Lynette and Nadia play the double jackpot, the largest payout in lotto history, much like the recent Powerball. Both girls play his birth date as the winning numbers. Eric is now stuck between two of the country's richest women. Who will he choose? It's not that simple. This is a clever fucking idea, man.
Is.
Look at her, fucking. She's impressed.
I am.
She got some summer reading. Christopher Cologne smells real lovely with an original idea. This is. I've never heard this before.
I haven't either. This is a self-published book, much in the indie spirit as Kev's Clerks.
Oh, you don't even need to name check me. This is just a good idea. You could stand on your own, man. You don't even have to be like, hey, remember Clerks? This is nothing like that. This is way more original than Clerks. This is a good idea, man. Why didn't I think of this?
I need something to read. This book is part of the Comic Books, Heavy Metal, Video Games Trilogy Book 2. Odd I See, A Tale from the Road, coming soon.
Right on, man. It's part of a trilogy. This is the first part.
Way to write, man.
He's seeking a literary agent. Motherfuckers, anybody out there? There ain't no literary agents listening to this show, I assure you, sure. Sure. I assure you, sure. But somebody know a literary agent? Hook a motherfucker up! Chris Cologne come up with an original idea. I should tell Raskin. That's a good fucking idea, to be honest with you. That's a fucking rom-com right there. Megan, get Raskin on the phone. Isn't it possible to get Raskin on the phone? No?
Yeah.
I want to run it past him, man. And if it happens, I get a taste, Chris Cologne, I get a whiff, if you will.
The book could also be ordered on www.lulu.com.
That's lulu.com.
I understand that. I just want to spell it out.
Normally one says it, that spells it. Still, lulu.com. What is that? Do you know what it is?
I don't know. All right. The book could also be ordered on www.lulu.com. Search for Double Jackpot Christopher Cologne. A paperback version of the book is $15 and a PDF file is only $5.
$5 is
Yeah.
insanely inexpensive. 15 is not even that bad for a paperback version.
No.
This is $1 million idea right here. Like a movie about a dude who fucking is stuck between two chicks, both of who play his birthday and win the lottery. Come on! I can see that trailer. Chris Cologne is on to something. Nobody else can smell it but me.
I'll read it.
Thank you. I'm going to make that smelly joke.
I know. You're trying to get me to laugh again.
It worked once. Double Jackpot is a self-published book by Chris Cologne, man. It's the first book in his comic books, heavy metal, video games trilogy. Book 2, Odd I See, A Tale from the Road, should be coming out soon. Get all the information at Chris Cologne, like a motherfucker.
I will totally read this.
Double Jackpot. I'm serious. I'm going to recommend that to fucking Raskin. How is that not a movie? You know what I'm saying? This could be a sexy movie. You could do an R-rated version. There could be nudie in it, and you could show them fucking both chicks. Maybe a little penetration. Maybe a butthole shot. No butthole, no care.
I would like to formally apologize to Christopher Cologne right now.
No, sex sells. Chris Cologne will appreciate that. He's like, thanks for throwing a few buttholes in there, man.
Don't forget to check out twostrangersonepodcast.net, your one-stop resource for everything show-related. You can find links to subscribe to us on iTunes or on Stitcher. You could also find links to buy my book, Double Jackpot, on twostrangersonepodcast.net.
Fuck you, fuck you, fuck you. You're cool. And fuck you, I'm out.